mini circuit. Hey team, thanks for checking in for the next Kilograms Kilometers podcast, and continuing on this week's theme of hitting the sexy stuff, or hitting the auxiliary movements. And although the movements themselves are pretty low key in terms of intensity, right? Only one muscle or main muscle group at a time, right? And you still kind of get a little bit of well, not a little bit, but you can get a bigger burn out of it by kind of supersetting those things together. So, as we often do at the end of the workout, or kind of that third superset, is just make a triple set. All right, so just hypothetically, maybe we're doing lateral raises into tricep extensions into, some sort of plank or bracing exercise, something like that. But set it up to where everything's just right there. You can kind of transition from one exercise to the next, all right? And then do your, 2, 3, 4 rounds of that, just one after another. Again, just kind of condenses that work a little bit, right? Condenses the time, and just kind of keeps you active the whole time, right? As opposed to what a lot of folks might do, which is do a set and then kind of chill out and hang out, take your time, move on to the next one, right? We can just kind of combine everything together and just kind of keep the wheels in motion a little bit. So that's a great way, right? Especially if you're going into like a finisher, depending on what the training goal is and what part of the season you're in. If you're going into kind of a finisher, then you get that last superset of your auxiliary movements, and then go straight into your finisher, and just kind of ramps up the work and ramps up the intensity going into it. So just one thing to keep in mind there, as an option to kind of mix it in. Another thing is, if you're doing kind of a bonus, is if you're doing upper and lower body days. Let's say it's off season and you're just hitting a little more volume, again, kind of 4 days a week with an upper lower split, right? Even doing a superset with those auxiliary movements. So let's say you're doing a lower body exercise, right? A squat, a hinge, something like that, and then you can kind of pair that with again, a squat with a tricep extension, or a squat with a face pull, or something of that nature, is another way to kind of mix in that auxiliary work, without just kind of dedicating a whole day to it. So I know that's always one of the questions, is like, as we said early on, is there's always a curiosity of how do I still get that work if I'm doing all these compound movements and more athletic or performance-based movements. Again, this is just a couple of ideas on how to mix that in. So if you have any questions about that, as always, hit us up, let us know. Otherwise, have a great week. Let's keep working.